Agora Hills High School student Sarah Schur knew it was time to take action when she noticed an unusual pain in her hands.
I was feeling mostly when I was doing any kind of activity with my hands, I would get a lot of just like sharp pains and all over my wrists.
What Schur didn't know is the pain could be traced back to the number of text messages she sent each month.
Probably about maybe 2,000, 3,000.
Eventually, Dr. Glenn Cohen casted her left hand for 2 weeks to prevent further damage.
I wasn't expecting to get cast at all. I never thought that was going to happen. He warned me about it, but never thought that it was actually going to happen.
Cohen is seeing cases in young people like Schur more frequently in the last 3 years.
And I would never think to ask, younger people, how many text messages a day are you sending? But as time has gone by, I realize now that has to be part of my history taking.
He says the record in his office is held by a 14-year-old who sent nearly 22,000 text messages in 1 month.
Yeah, some parents are pretty surprised that their kid does that many. Usually I'll have them take out their phone and right in front of me look up how many they've done, and the parents are pretty baffled.
He says the small keyboard on cell phones and even laptops can irritate the muscles in the hand if used excessively.
You have to do very calculated motions, at least I do. I know some of the teenagers can fly on those things. So the smaller it is, the more stress it is.
The motions used to text message target the muscles and tendons at the base of the thumb.
Using text messaging is even more unnatural because only one part of your hand is doing most of the work.
He says over time, these repetitive movements can lead to arthritis, tendinitis, and even carpal tunnel syndrome. He tells patients to lay off texting and ice their hands before he resorts to casting. But Cohen says young people suffering from hand pain is not the norm.
You're not supposed to be having problems with hand pain when you're 14 years old. You're doing something wrong and you're overdoing it.
After Cohen removed her cast, Schur says she has tried to change her texting habit.
I definitely started text messaging less. And I told my friends I couldn't text as much anymore. So that was when I think that changed.
Cohen continues to advocate that people do not overuse their hands with text messaging and typing. And it seems the kids, like Schur, are receiving the message. This is Claire Webb reporting.